Hi and welcome to EJ Sport. This is my reaction to last night's Raw. Um, I, I was slightly had a lot of anticipation with this episode because since WrestleMania, Raw has actually been quite decent. In fact, so has SmackDown's turned the corner. I think that I kind of think that it could only be so good for so long, but actually as a show it was okay. I do feel as though there was a couple of things that really they could have waited until a pay-per-view to do, because they gave away a few large things for free. But let's just focus on the main part of the night, and that was the Money in the Bank entrance contestant. Something with Zayn, Owens, Ambrose, Jericho, Cesaro. As the qualification matches, they actually were all okay. I was a little bit disappointed Apollo Crews didn't get maybe the push he deserved, but if Apollo Crews went in, you'd probably have 5 fan favourites all there, and Jericho at the moment is a very, very good heel, and it kind of doesn't. It makes sense to have a heel in the Money in the Bank match. Now, on the graphic towards the end of the show, which wasn't there at the beginning of the show, they showed us sort of for 2 slots available. Now, I don't ever remember there being 7 people in the Money in the Bank match, but maybe you guys could, fact check me on that one. I'm not entirely certain. Remind me. Now, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Money in the Bank, great, good, and I going on a limb here, unless something happens over the next couple of weeks, I actually think Seth Rollins won't do it at Money in the Bank. I think it will probably go on to SummerSlam. Enzo Amore returning. That was brilliant. Got a great pop. I liked their match between them and the Dudley Boys. It was Big Cass versus Bubba Ray, but loved it. It was great return. Up to his same more tricks. I think he gets slightly overexcited at times, but don't blame him. I love the fact that he returned. Baron Corbin versus Ziggler. I'm not sure why they keep hitting us around the head with this. It seems a bit. And their little promo thing when they had a little exchange with Renee. I didn't. No, it wasn't Renee. Sorry, it was the other girl. Which her name escapes me. But I didn't get. There was no heart in it. It was almost like he didn't really believe that was where he needed to be, and I just don't. There's no conviction from Baron Corbin as far as I'm concerned. Maybe he feels like he should be doing something else, and I think we all agree. Now, I'm not sure whether it was intentional, but the Darren Young promo, the bit that was in there, I think that was a repeat from a previous one that they've already done. So, not sure why that was in there. It was kind of wasted on me. The Shining Stars. Primo and the thing is that when they made their debut, after weeks and weeks and weeks of having this rubbish sort of promo intro, when they arrived, it was so. It wasn't to boos. It wasn't to cheers. It was almost like nobody noticed they'd walked into the arena. And I really don't don't get it. It's not. Don't understand. And their finisher that was on the their debut was named the Shining Star. Just lame. It really is. I don't get it, and I don't want to see any more of them really. But WWE have got it in them that they'll be pushing it. Now, the bit of the evening really that apart from the Money in the Bank and Ric Flair, Charlotte turned her back on Ric Flair. I think it was good for character development that happened. But I really thought that could have been built up and into a pay-per-view, and she turned her back on him in the main event, and I just think that probably deserved a little bit more, and they gave it away for free on a Raw. Maybe they were, I don't know if they truly listened to the fans, I suppose, and maybe that they don't listen to the fans. Really they wouldn't, otherwise Roman Reigns would not be champion. But maybe it's just a question of I don't know. They could have. I think they could have. There was more in it to be built up. I think that's all I'm trying to say. But it was good that Ric Flair had a little bit of sympathy from some of the fans as he was moping back to. I've got no sympathy. I mean, he's. It was. I know it's an act and stuff, and I don't really buy into all that rubbish and stuff. But I think it was a great sort of turn in the story. Whether she will be able to build up Dana to be as equally as good as a heel as she is, I don't know. The breakup of AJ Styles and the club, again, I felt that was something that they just threw away for free on Raw. I thought that was something they could build up to another pay-per-view. All right, yes, it had to be done, but there was so much more potential for adding things in there. But they, don't know. Really, I can't be too critical, because what they could have done as well with the Money in the Bank was they could have stretched that out for weeks, making them semi-main events, and you could have been sat there going, "Oh, we'll have to wait till next week till we find out the next contestant." But they crammed it in, so I actually appreciate it for that. And all of them were good matches. I think that the other two will probably be done on SmackDown or next week's Raw. But so far, I'm actually thinking the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It's looking like a 5-star match contender if you're looking at those wrestlers. But we'll have to see. But ultimately, I will score Raw out of 10 like I do the pay-per-views. There are a lot of pluses in the fact that Seth Rollins was there, and I don't know. I think my score is going to be. I think it's going to be 7. Here's why. The pay-per-view got 6, and this has got 7. I think it would have been higher as well. I mean, I have to give it a 7 because the quality of the matches were really good, and I think that because of the wrestling content was good. I just think it probably could have been higher had they not thrown away 2 free pay-per-view slots on Raw. It was great that we got to see it, but I think I'm punishing them by taking away what really could be built up to be a great spot in a pay-per-view. So that was my Raw thoughts and my reaction. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks very much.